The sun is back. Hello everyone. The penultimate home game tomorrow against Frankfurt. Welcome to the press conference. We have Thomas Tuchel here. Let's start with the questions. Hello, Mr. Tuchel. The start of the press conference. A couple of Bayern fans were starting an online petition to make you stay as a coach. Within a couple of days, 10,000 votes have been gathered. What do you think about it? Well, even though this topic is good for me, when people wish that I'd stay, it's still something that hasn't any priority and isn't allowed to have any priority, even though it's a good topic for me. But in the next 11 days, it's only about football and nothing else than reaching the goal that we can all achieve to gather points in the Bundesliga and to reach the best result possible and to reach the final of the Champions League. Other than that, we don't have any capacities, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, and I don't allow myself to be influenced by it. I know there are a couple of topics like this petition, like ticket requests and the coaching discussions, but I'm not going to accept it as an excuse or to distract me. I don't want to hear it, whether it's positive or negative. We're only focusing on every day counts towards our goals, and that's no exception. What does the personnel situation look like, and how is Leroy and Gnabry? Well, Upa turned his ankle, unfortunately, so he's questionable for tomorrow. We have to wait. He has real pain there. Serge will be enough for Tuesday, and he was going to play and score. We'll see whether he starts or comes off the bench, but he'll make a goal on Tuesday, and Leroy we'll really go day by day, whether it will be enough for Tuesday. He is currently practicing with our rehab coaches on the pitch, but it's individual training, the first individual training after a very intensive situation for him. I can't do any prognosis there. What kind of game is this going to be against Frankfurt? Are you going to rehearse anything for Madrid? Are you going to hold back, look into Madrid? Have any revenge thoughts? Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is not possible, even though it's an honest question. I don't think we can rehearse anything because Frankfurt plays completely different. You cannot rehearse against Heidenheim how to play against Arsenal because that ball situation, you don't want to reveal anything. You can't defend it like that because they run differently. The build-up play will be completely different. Your attacking situation is different because you're going to find different spaces than on Tuesday. So that's why I can accept, and that's important that we all accept this and be realistic about it, that in the background there will be a bit of noise against Frankfurt, against Stuttgart. We don't have to believe in fairy tales that we be 100% thinking about Frankfurt tomorrow. I think we're going to be there 100%, but in the back of our minds there will be a bit of noise with that Madrid game playing a role. And it's just like you're living on a very high-frequently driven road, but you're still going to enjoy your apartment and have a good time there without complaining about the road all the time. And when I'm getting my coffee, they don't say, well, good luck for tomorrow. They say good luck for Tuesday, and that's completely normal. And to teach everyone and say, well, what's happening on Tuesday, I'm completely focused on tomorrow because I know what's going to be on Tuesday, and I understand it's very positive, and I accept those outside noises. but they're not going to distract us from having a top game tomorrow. And we have to have a top game because we need those points, and it's very important to stay in that momentum that we currently have. And that's what I demand from myself and what I demand from everybody else, and that is very positive. But we cannot rehearse anything because those are completely different games, all 4 games. The first game against Real will be different than the reverse fixture. Stuttgart will be completely different than Frankfurt. So we're going to take it step by step, and that's going to be the important thing, to accept that distraction, but still prepare the team as good as possible for tomorrow and keep the focus on tomorrow, showing a good top performance. Mr. Tuchel, one question about Jamal Musiala. He hasn't played against Union Berlin. Can he go to his maximum as far as his workload is concerned? And talking about Real, how important will he be given his age against Real Madrid? Well, independently of who we play, he's a key player. He's going to start tomorrow without pain. A huge compliment to our physios. They really did a good job. He's completely pain-free. He practiced very well. He's a key player no matter who we play against and when. You just said it's an art to accept the distraction. How do you see the team? Because they have distractions themselves. Yeah, it's not only the loud road, we also have noisy neighbors. That's true, but we still have a test to take tomorrow, and so we're not going to be distracted completely and be angry about other things and be totally engaged in stuff that's coming towards us, but we'll better put our earplugs in and find solutions and learn the things that we have to learn in order to be prepared for that test. And it's my task to be a good role model there with my staff. We're going to prepare them for tomorrow. But like I said, we're going to still accept what I was just alluding to, and that it's completely human, that it's just a special occasion. Our practice week was very good. The energy was good. The level was high. And you can tell that both games against Arsenal were giving us self-confidence, and we made lots of changes against Union and still had a convincing victory on the road, which really was good for us. The results against Arsenal after that were just proving a point, as we were not giving away too many chances and too many opportunities and still scoring goals ourselves, which really in the week after that gave us proof. And that's how I see my team, and we are ready to play a good game tomorrow. Mr. Tuchel, quickly about Frankfurt. What do you expect from Frankfurt as they are still playing for international games? They are thinking about the first game. Yes, I still have waking up at night. It was a loss that really hurt us. And as you are preparing for the reverse fixture, you're looking back at this first game, thinking about what did they do, what did we do, and you don't really like to watch those videos. We don't know exactly what they are going to be doing because they play in very different shapes, looking for solutions, trying to see what they can expect from the opponent, no matter what shape they are in. They have lots of speed in offense and are technically very good, who are very good in transition in both directions. So it's very difficult to hit them on the counter because they're very diligent, transitioning to defense, and in the other direction they're very quick, which we had to experience the hard way. So we have to try to not lose balls without being boring and without being slow. But in certain areas, we just must not lose the ball and reduce it to almost zero, which is a really good rehearsal for Tuesday. because otherwise we're going to have to pay the price for it. It's very difficult to prepare for them systemically as they are changing between back five and back four, and they can adapt with their system, and that is what's going to come towards us and what we have to be prepared of. Mr. Tuchel, the transfer in the winter of Eric Dyer was kind of critically seen as he's too slow and everything. Now he's one of the bosses in your defense. How important is he for you? Well, I'm very happy with him. Like you said, he was not only meeting but exceeding our expectations. He was really given the maximum, and given the situation, he was a very important piece of the puzzle, because he, with his personality and with his ability to organize and to be a loud voice, he gives us something that we didn't have earlier, and that gave us stability because he is helping his fellow players and is organizing well. So we are very happy with him. He's a top character, and of course he's a very good player. So he's communicating a lot, and from the first moment on, he was open, he had a lust and a good mood, and so he's now earning it for it.
Hello, sir. Harry Kane is on the verge of breaking another record this weekend. How important is it to have him on the team, and what else does he bring to the club besides just scoring goals?
It speaks for itself. I said it many times. The goal-scoring record is incredible. There are still matches to go, and we will play for his record also, like we always do, because his goals help us to win games, and we are here to win games. He brings the full package to the table. It's not only about scoring goals, but about being a good teammate, being a leader, being a big personality, handling the pressure, being a calm guy, a friendly guy, a humble guy. This is the whole package, and at the same time a big personality. So we're super happy. He's the captain of the English national team. It's very unusual to have him in a foreign league. It was his first time that he changed the club. So we're very happy, and hopefully he can help us to win more matches. Hopefully he can push hard to win the record. It will help us to get points.
Kommen wir zu den letzten Fragen, bitte langsam. Stefan Kumberger nochmal.
Herr Tuchel, ein Kompliment von mir. Sie wirken heute
Mr. Tuchel, a compliment. You're very positively relaxed, in a good mood. Where does that come from, personally, from you? Well, I've slept well. Is that all? Well, I had good coffee, good night's sleep. It was a good morning, and that's enough? Absolutely.
Gleich ist soweit. Fliegender Wechsel. Carrie Hau nochmal. Das Mikrofon, okay.
Ja, ich muss noch mal kurz die laute Straße befahren und Sie auf.
I have to drive down that noisy road. Speaking about Madrid, you've probably seen the Clásico. What did you learn from it? We got the impression that both teams played similar, waiting at the back, then transitioning forward. What do you expect? What type of game? Well, this is probably a question for Monday's press conference, but we have seen Real Madrid a couple of times and watched it with our analysts. If you want to look at it yourselves and watch those goals, and when you turn back 10 seconds and press pause and then look at it, you just don't see it coming. Sometimes you see it coming, but usually you don't. It's just everything under control. Everything is looking well. Real Madrid is down in numbers, and 5 seconds later, when you press pause again, then you all of a sudden see it. It's a very high individual quality with incredibly good transitioning and individual quality as far as how can we keep the pace up, and the technical abilities in their counterattacks is really without any delay. And if you look at the Clásico, the goal they were trailing in the 70th minute, and then they were still able to find an answer, and that winning goal really wasn't up in the air, and it all came naturally, and that's what they're really great in. And playing in a tournament like the Champions League, they're very dangerous and always able to proceed to the next round and to win the tournament, because they are really enjoying the situation and just suffer through difficult situations.
Das ist jetzt vielleicht eher der krachmachende Nachbar, aber
It's more the noisy neighbor now, but nothing about the Real. We are talking about Ralf Rangnick a lot. You know him well. Do you think that Ralf Rangnick, you've experienced the situation here long enough? Is he the right
Verhältnis zueinander ist und was Sie von ihm gelernt haben.
future Bayern coach? What is your relationship to him? Well, I think you're right. It's not only the noisy neighbor, but it's a neighbor who is noisy at 3 o'clock in the morning. This question, and so I really switch my headphones to noise cancelling and just ignore it, because this topic is not going to help me for tomorrow or Tuesday, and it's not my topic at all. So that's the end of it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.